Hi everyone, and welcome to your weekly Pick a Card Tarot readings for the week of May 1st. If we haven't met, my name is Sydney, I'm the tarot guy next door, and I use my occult knowledge and intuition to help guide you towards the life you want. I'll be doing 5-card open readings, and here are the decks that I have for you. We have the Tarot of the Divine with Amethyst, the Universal Rider-Waite-Smith with Lapis Lazuli, and the Tarot de Marseille with Dangling Jade. We also have 4 different Oracle cards to choose from 4 different decks. So go ahead and pick which tarot deck and which oracle card resonate with you the most. It's totally fine if you're drawn to more than one, and of course you can pause this video if you need more time. As always with collective readings, take what resonates with you and leave aside what doesn't. If you want to skip to your reading, you'll find timestamps right below. And with that, let's go right to the readings. Alright, Group 1, let's see what we have for you for the first week of May. You know the deal, I'm going to throw down all 5 cards. 9 of Wands. Well, this is nice, even with the Magician reversed at the bottom of the deck here. Let me do that. This logically should be framed well for you. How is that? Oh, great. Let me just move this here. Group 1. I'm sorry, I gotta be honest. I stared at this for a lot longer than I was expecting because, in a nutshell, this is the infamous "be patient" meme. However, I do have a way to keep it constructive. I think for you, Group 1, the main trap of this week is either comparing yourself to others or letting other people's feedback influence or taint your impression of the value that you bring to the table or the value that the thing that you're striving for will bring to the table. Nodded to by the 7 of Coins reverse in the middle of your whole reading here. And with the Magician reversed at the bottom of your deck here, it does give me an impression of strong ability to manifest that's being interfered with, and with like literally every card to mention in this reading being upright, that is what is giving me the impression that you're in a stronger position than you might think. This is the Strength card for those of you who didn't take the time to read it. Now, yeah, the main thing is to not fall into the trap of comparison. I think that is what can knock you off your A game, because with these 2 9s here, we have the confidence and independence of the 9 of Coins. We have the strength and resilience of the 9 of Wands here, combined with the Strength card here. I mean, what's not to love? Given, how can I say this? For the month of May, this particular 2 of Cups, I'll be a little bit weary of it. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. But regardless, it is upright, which is promising. The main thing is, and I'll say it again before wrapping up because this will be like the 3rd or 4th time that I've looped on this. Just try to avoid comparing yourself to others. I would rely on comparing yourself to your best self, or just keeping your eye on the prize and focusing on that. Yeah, that is what I have for you, Group 1. Thank you very much for trusting me with your reading. You can use the timestamps in the description below to jump to your Oracle card reading. I'll see you there. Group 2, let's see what we have for you for this first week of May. Nice. Aren't you glad I said nice at the top of this? Don't worry, Group 2, I got your back. This should be pretty much perfect. Yeah. Group 2, sometimes when we're working on something or trying to make something happen, we have assumptions or things that we take for granted that don't reflect either reality or the best way to advance towards what you want to go towards. And it's looking like this week might be an opportunity in disguise. I'll use the meme phrase that's going to make you hate me for a little bit, but I have the feeling that the vision that I had in mind for most of me staring at these cards while the recording was paused was that of realizing how the what you thought was a wise way to spend your time, energy, resources, attention, and all that stuff might not have been what you thought it was. And through that, I'll say what I say all the time with the Ten of Swords. There is a sunrise in the background, and this signifies the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new one. Swords is the realm of thoughts and words. Actually, there's a lot of swords in your reading here. But the thing to keep in mind is that this is a feature, not a bug. And as much as having the error of your ways brought to your attention can be kind of an ego bruise. Without that, you would kind of be straying, wondering why you're not getting to where you want to go. So try to keep that in mind. And there are a couple things that I also wanted to say. First of all, with the Five of Swords at the bottom of your deck here, this does suggest that what might bring the truth to light for you is either a conflict with someone or the fact that someone shows it to you, which kind of bruises your ego. So try to remember that as long as you mean well, which is the message of the Knight of Cups here, as long as you mean well, then all of this stuff kind of fades in the background, and really try to focus on that. And also be grateful of the fact that now that what you thought was a good idea wasn't the best way to go about what you want to go about, now that the idea that you thought was awesome might not be awesome in the way that you initially thought it was, that now that you're, by breaking free of that, by getting over, by going through the mourning process, mourning, you can, it kind of frees you to go in the right direction. So try to keep that in mind. Also, the warning of the message and warning of the Wheel of Fortune in reverse here. When the Wheel of Fortune comes up in reverse, I often read it as a stroke of bad luck, as a bad beat. Try not to focus on, don't blame the Six of Coins reversed on the Wheel of Fortune reverse, basically. Hopefully with everything I've said up until now, it should be clear enough. You know, when you make a mistake, you make a mistake. And sometimes there are a lot of X factors that come into play to lead to the circumstances to you realizing the mistake. But try to focus on the learning and the growing and the fact that you mean well. And as long as you keep following that dream, that's how you can get where you want to go, as difficult as it might be in the short term. As a matter of fact, when I was looking at these cards in silence, part of me wondered if I should pull an advice card, and then I realized, you know what? No, the Knight of Cups at the top of your cross is the advice card. He's at the top. You know, it's through following your heart that you can rise above and get to where you want to go. So that was a mic drop right there. So I'm going to end it there. Thank you for trusting me with your reading, and you can use the timestamps in the description below to jump to your Oracle card reading. All right, group 3, the Pope and the Emperor jumped out or flipped over while I was shuffling for you. In that order, by the way. The Pope is more commonly known as the Hierophant in Rider-Waite-Smith decks, but let us see what we have for you for this week. Oh, well, this is looking nice. Let me see. This should be perfect. Oh, yeah. Group 3, the overall message, the overall theme of this reading is advancement through blending of opposites, or blending of things that might be on different poles of a spectrum. The main thing, well, the obvious one, the glaring thing, is that Temperance is in the middle of your card, and this is an angel literally like, you know, mixing two cups at an angle that seems impossible. But also, when you look at what's around it, we have the Fool and an experienced, well equipped knight, the Knight of Coins here. And also we have the 7 and the 10 of Cups, which are not that far apart. And that might be one of the themes of the reading that I just realized right now hearing me say that. Sometimes things that might appear to be polar opposites might not actually be in reality. But yeah, try to you're definitely being open to be on the lookout for opportunities to do this. I think that's going to be really key for you. Now, I'm going to do something. This is not to read these cards. This is just as for demonstration purposes, to really drive my point home, because this is something that I noticed while I was shuffling. But and it came up while I was looking at your cards in advance, and I don't want you to just take my word for it. I really want to put these cards side by side like this. And again, I noticed this while I was shuffling. So the Pope flipped over first, and then the Emperor. And if you'll notice, they're facing each other. That was the first thing that came to mind when the Emperor flipped over afterwards, was that, oh, the Pope and the Emperor are facing each other. And another theme of this is that, you know, it's these are very well capable, you know, masters of their respective domains. You know, they're both major arcana cards. We have a 4 and a 5, even though they're not in that order, but they're in the right order to come together. So yeah, just keep that in mind and be open to opportunities like this. So that is what I have for you, Group 3. If you don't want to watch me pick up your reading, you can use the timestamps in the description below to jump ahead a couple seconds. Thank you very much. All right, let's go with the Oracle portion of this video. This should be well framed. Yeah, that's good enough. All right, Group A, your card is Confidence. This is Disseminating Waning Fire Moon. So basically, you've earned the right to be where you are, and try to, first of all, if you don't feel capable of taking the next step, if there's something that is scaring you, making you hesitant to do the thing that you know needs doing, you can take this card as an omen that there's the rewards on the other side will be worth the effort. Even if you end up falling on your nose, defeat is temporary. So try to keep that in mind. And for everyone else, just take this as confirmation that you've earned the right to be where you're at. For Group B, do we finally have a full moon in Scorpio? No, we don't. We have new moon in Cancer. What is this? You and your loved ones are safe. So I think the main thing, the main message that I'm getting from this card, given all the readings that I gave, you know, sometimes when we feel overprotective, it might lead us to make mistakes. Just know that the people around you mean well, and that as long as you can relax into that knowingness, that'll give you the clarity to navigate whatever this week throws at you, basically. Group C, your card is A Change in the Wind. Well, this is interesting. There's one group in particular which I think this is particularly fitting to, but just know that, well, be on the lookout for changes. It might also be an invitation for you to cause that change in the wind. But yeah, this would be this would be a good week for you to try things in different ways and also be more open to things that would normally irritate you, things that you would normally see as obstacles. Yeah. Group D, your angel is Suklaf, the angel of verdancy. Let me stare at this card a bit here. There's a YouTuber that I like a lot, Roberto Blake, and his catchphrase is "create something awesome today." And I think that the angel of verdancy, that I won't try to pronounce, Shuklaf or whatever, really emphasizes this point. I think the thing that that was really my eye was drawn to is the fact that through growing and creating awesome things, all these deer and elk are like kind of just being drawn to this angel. And I think that for you, group D, the message for you for this card is to just like, sometimes when you want to attract the right people to do what you want to do, to just focus on doing the thing that you love doing, and actually creating it and sharing it and putting it out there can be the flare that you fire up in the sky that'll draw people of like mind to you. So that is what I have for everyone. If you like this video, please give it a like. It would really help me out a lot. And besides that, hey, we got an eclipse coming in. Y'all get ready. Eclipse season is ending soon, all right? Take care. I'll see you soon.